Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Whitney and I am so excited because today we are going to be playing with the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation Stick. And we all know how much I love trying out a new foundation, so this is going to be a good one. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like foundation reviews. Click that subscribe button before you leave and leave me a comment below letting me know if you picked up this foundation and what your opinions are on it. And if you want to know what I think about the new Huda Beauty foundation stick and how it applies on my combo oily skin, just keep on watching. Okay, I am so excited to be playing with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Skin Finish foundation stick today. That is a mouthful, but anybody who knows me knows I am obsessed with foundations. That's like one thing that I hoard. I have a million foundations, so I love testing out a new one. So this is what the component looks like. I have used this a couple times already, so I have like some opinions, but I haven't used it. It's still not exactly how long I want it to be. It's currently 2:30, so a little bit later than I wanted to start this out, but I'm going to give it a real test today. I'm going to pull it up on Sephora and we can see what people are saying about it right now and what some of the claims are. Okay, so it retails for $39. It currently has, wow, really freaking good reviews. It has 4.8 out of 5 stars with 530 reviews. So that is insane for Sephora. It only has 6 1-star reviews. So we're going to go to the 1-star ones because I want to know what the 1-star people are saying about it. Let's see, sort lowest rating. So 1 star, first time I've ever written a review. I put in my color match just to receive the foundation. It is so off, it is unbelievable. I had tested color match myself with a couple foundations. They all came up the same. When I try some lighter brands, it doesn't work. Huda, please get your act together. Okay, well, that's not Huda's fault. That's Sephora's website's fault, so we're not going to listen to that. I'm so confused by all the high ratings. I'm constantly testing out new foundations for my red and very dry skin. By this point, I know what it looks like when I've found a good foundation. It blends like a dream. It's buildable, doesn't need to be full coverage initially, and most difficult to find. It sits on my skin really nicely. This foundation unfortunately did none of that. The biggest thing that I noticed is how it absolutely sat on top of my skin and clung to all my dry patches. It was an immediate no for me. I have oily skin and somehow this foundation made me look so dry, clung to texture I didn't even know I had. I tried making it work with various moisturizers and primers with no luck. Okay, well, so the 1 stars are pretty much saying the same thing. It clung to dry patches and texture. So I don't have dry patches pretty much at all, but I do have some texture, and my face broke out pretty bad a few days ago from me just taking bad care of it. So it's in an okay spot right now, but it is a little worse than it normally is, so we're really going to get to test that out. I got the shade Custard 220 in, and I believe this is the light medium one in neutral undertone. So I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow. This is one of my favorite primers right now, and it's one that I know across the board is pretty much working with all of my foundations, and it has a tacky base, which I love. And then I'm gonna go in. I was watching Robert Welsh. I love him. If you have not seen his channel, he is actually a working makeup artist, and he like does all the tips and tricks for everybody. And he was saying to use like a tacky setting spray, but use it before your foundation. So I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. And if you're wondering what happened to the top, I absolutely have no idea. The top stopped working and it started shooting out like massive spurts. So I took off a Morphe Continuous Setting Mist top and I stuck it on the top of this and it works perfect again. So that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, so this is really nice and tacky now, which I love to put my foundation on. So we are gonna start on this side. I'm just gonna start putting on and I honestly do not ever use a brush. The only foundation that I use a brush with is the Hourglass stick one. So I'm gonna try to just go ahead and use actually we're gonna go in with the super sponge and just try to pounce that out. Cause I just really I hate brushes. And I really like this super sponge because it kind of like presses everything in too, because it's like silicone. Try to put the I've actually been doing my eyebrows after my foundation and such now, because I've been using the Anastasia brow pen and I find that it collects powder and stuff really badly. So I've been doing my eyebrows after my foundation and I'm loving the way it ends up looking. Okay, so I love the way this looks. This is just one layer on the skin and it really looks really pretty. It looks very skin-like. I have some problems right around this area, so I'm going to take a little bit more foundation just on the super sponge directly, and I'm just gonna press that in. I feel like it's having a problem like getting down into my pores right here, which is really textured right now. I'm actually going to switch to my beauty blender and do the same thing and see if that helps it any. And yes, it did. It helped get it down deeper, and I feel like it's because this is a little bit more porous, so it like presses it in, where sometimes this causes foundation to kind of sit on the skin. So okay, so this is the true comparison. I love this. This shade is also really great. Looks really pretty. I almost got, because I think I'm shade like macaroon in the other one, and I almost got that, and then I went with this one. I'm glad I did, because macaroon would have been a little bit dark. So we are going to go ahead and even this out. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender this time, because I do just like the way it looks with the beauty blender overall. This is a very creamy stick. It kind of reminds me of the Hourglass stick, and for anybody who is new here, like that is my like top favorite foundation ever, but this one is a lot cheaper. So I'm glad for that, if it does end up being very similar to where it is a dupe. I'll be able to pay a lot less money. Or at least save, I don't know if it's a whole lot less, but at least save a little bit of money. Because the Hourglass is one that I always keep in my collection, so I'm always buying that one. Yeah, I like this side a lot better. They both look the same, but this side, the pore area, was covered the first time without me having to go in and reapply foundation there. So I would say go in with a sponge if you're like textured or porous around this area, because it helps press the foundation into that area and cover it a lot more. Okay, I am going to go in with some Tarte Shape Tape. If you guys have any recommendations, this one's too light for me, and I don't particularly like Tarte Shape Tape, if we're being honest. But I'm out of my Hourglass concealer, which is like my all-time favorite concealer. And I've tried a few drugstore concealers. I really like the Catrice one. And I've tried the e.l.f. one, which I did not like. And I just cannot find concealers that I absolutely love. I do love the Hourglass one, but it's just so expensive. It makes me not want to buy it again. But if you have any concealer recommendations, leave those in the comments, because I am just struggling on the concealer front to find something that I love. The Tarte Shape Tape is pretty drying on my under eyes most of the time, which is so weird because I'm a combo oily person, but the Tarte Shape Tape is just drying. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Magic Star Translucent Setting Powder. I have a piece of hair. I hate that when I can feel it. And I'm just going to set in these areas because we're going to go in with some cream products. So right now, this is a bit tacky. So I'm going to go finish up my under eye, give this a few minutes to set and see if it self-sets or if I do need to put like a bit of powder there in order to go on with other products or not. Not really cream, because cream is usually okay over a base like this, but I am going to finish the under eye and then we will be back to finish the rest of the face and see how everything goes on. Okay, we are back. I put some brows on and finished up my eyes. So let's jump into the rest of this face. I feel like it has dried down enough for me to be able to go in with some more products. But before I do that, look how freaking skin-like and pretty this looks. It has like a really nice sheen to it. Really just like a second skin. And I don't have any other product on right now other than what we put on before. And I just feel like it looks so fresh and pretty. And I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Tantour, and this is in the shade Light. This is my favorite bronzer product, cream bronzer product, as you can see. And I'm going to end with the Tati Beauty, I don't even know what this thing's called anymore. I never use it, but I do like using it with the Tantour. Look how pretty. Oh, and it blends out so beautifully. So beautifully. But look how pretty. It's just so pretty and natural. It looks fantastic. And I'm going to go ahead and stick with the cream theme because oh my God. Because I just like the way cream products look on top of stick foundations better than powder products. I'm just flipping this over And then we are going to go in with the cream blush by Fenty in the shade Summertime Wine. I keep digging my nail into it. These are so hard to open for people with freaking nails. Every time I open it, I dig my freaking nail into it again, and I'm just, drives me crazy. Just gonna give that some tapping. We'll warm it up a little bit. These cream blushes are amazing. And then we'll start tapping that on. How pretty. These cream blushes are incredible. I have all 10 of them. I have a review on my channel of them, so I'll link it down below, but they are so good. And then I'm going to throw on some highlight, of course. I'm going to go in with the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Powders, and this is the shade Mercury. But these are so good. These are probably one of, if not my favorite highlighter formula. Look at that. And then it smooths into the skin so nicely, which is what I really love about it. I love a good highlight like right there on the bridge of the nose. Okay. Oh my god, I'm honestly obsessed with the way our skin is looking right now. Look how it just really, like nothing looks cakey. And I know we used a lot of cream products. So that helps, but I just feel like nothing looks cakey right now. Everything looks really nice and smooth. Even with cream products, you can get that like cakey build up look, and that is not happening at all right now. I got an eyelash on my face. Okay. Yeah, I just really like, even between like my forehead right here, it looks, which is like one of my really textured places, it looks really good. It doesn't look like cakey like it gets cakey with some foundations. Yeah, so I am obsessed right now. Let's throw on a lip because we need one. My new favorite lip combo is the Juvia's Place Sweet Nothing liner and the Grande Cosmetics Barely There lip plumping gloss. I don't know, it's back there somewhere. So we threw on a lip, which I feel like just completed the look so much. And again, I used the Barely There gloss by Grande Cosmetics. I am obsessed with these lip plumping glosses. And Sweet Nothing lip liner by Juvia's Place. I need all of these lip liners because they are fantastic. But this is, I'm going to get up close and personal, what we're looking like with the foundation so far. It is now 3:30, so we started this about an hour ago, and this is what it looks like an hour in. So I'm going to go throughout the rest of the day, and I will be back in a little bit to check in with you guys. Okay, we are back. It has been 5 hours since I applied this foundation, and honestly, I'm still loving it. I've had a little bit of breakage around my nose, but nothing crazy. And the forehead is a little oily, but that's normal for my combination oily skin. I'm normally oily in my T-zone area, so that is no big deal. I'm not really breaking up any with my cheeks. You can still see all my blush and my bronzer. My nose still looks really good, which is normally where I get really oily, so that is really good. The chin looks good. In between the brows still looks really good. So far I am loving it. I am going to actually keep this on for a little bit longer because I am not going to bed yet. So I will check back at the end of the night and let you guys know what I think. Okay, we are back with the final check-in. It has been 7.5 hours since we applied this foundation, and in the last 2 hours since the last check-in, it's gotten pretty oily. It's gotten significantly worse and broken up on my nose a good bit, and on my chin as well, and my forehead has gotten pretty oily. Now this is probably like as long as I'd wear my foundation, so it isn't a big deal with me because it lasted pretty well through the whole day. But I did want to try something out and see how it worked. I do have these Rare Beauty blotting sheets and this blotting powder, and I'm just curious, even with it looking like it looks right now, if I blotted some of this oil away, oh my god, you're gonna be able to see exactly how much oil is on my forehead, and it is disgusting. Oh, that one threw on the floor. Let me try to like, I mean, it's a lot of oil on my nose, on my chin. And now that we got, like, that was a lot of oil, some of that off, I'm gonna see if we can press this powder on the face and kind of like revive. I think this powder is awesome. Okay, wow. Okay, so it definitely didn't add anything because it's just like a blotting powder. So it definitely didn't add any coverage back. So the places where I lost coverage, which you might be able to see a little bit better now, is like this area down here. On the side of my nose right here, pretty good. And right in this area here, I lost coverage. So I do think if I would have done it 2 hours ago and blotted it, but of course I didn't want to do it for the sake of this video. If I would have blotted it 2 hours ago before I lost the coverage, I think it would have been absolutely fine. So I do think even with oily skin, you can absolutely make this longer wearing, but I do think about halfway through, you should go ahead and blot and touch up. Or not even really touch up, because I really didn't even need the touch up, just to blot. Add some like translucent powder or something like that and kind of soak up all that oil. But other than that, I really like the way this foundation looks. Even still on my skin, you can still see that like my blush and my bronzer is still there, my highlight is still there. It really held up pretty great throughout the day, so I definitely think this one was a win. I'm gonna keep wearing it. And that is all I have for today. So if you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about this foundation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.